Okay, this is day 55. Holy cow, 4 more modules about the editing. This phase bridges between the falling off of the tent pole, so we are clearly outside of the tent pole at this point. And usually the villain does something horrible. He kidnaps the love interest and the sidekick because the hero has left him. He has already kidnapped the magician at the tent pole and is threatening to kill him. Whatever it is, there is a distinct pivot from our angst phase after the tent pole when everything is kind of lost and a mess to the fact that the hero, yes, I'm going to have to fight. This is what's going to have to happen. And we're really starting into our section of ramping up to the climax. The rest of the book is all about the climax at this point. We're kind of shedding what happened before. And potentially in these pages, your hero may become an actual hero. It may be today's 10 to 15 pages. It may be tomorrow's 10 to 15 pages. It's somewhere in here. There's a little bit of wiggle room. But basically there is a fight, and this is leading up to the last fight. There may be mini bosses and mini fights. But at some point, the hero goes, wow, I'm a hero. Holy crap, how'd that happen? Right? I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I get it. I'm going to stand now. I'm not as scared as I was before. He takes on the mantle of hero. As I've said before, I think it's really bright and red and very much like Thor. But he takes it on. A lot of his insecurities have been purged through this process, and he is now going to stand and fight. He's not going to win. Let's remember that. He doesn't win at this point, but he is going to stand and fight. He is going to run into the burning building rather than running out or kibitzing outside or complaining outside the burning building. He is actually going to run into that burning building. That is your story at this point. If it's a physical fight or an emotional fight, remember there's ramping up. There's always an arc to these things. So start out small with the skirmishes, and then you're going to build and build and build and build until you get to your climax. All right? That is what we're going to be doing over these next few days, is just getting ready for the climax, moving towards the climax, setting things up. You may have to be getting gear, supplies, but there needs to be a definitive moment, whether it's today or tomorrow, where your hero is a hero. Period. End of statement. I want you to circle it. Right? In the Matrix, he stops. Two-fingered. Come on, Agent Smith. He's not running. He's going to fight. That is the moment that he takes on the mantle. So I want you to circle it on the pages. Either today or tomorrow, I want you to circle that moment. And it needs to be vaulting. This is one of those vaulting moments that oh my gosh, you've put the reader through so much. Hero's been whiny. He's been resistant. He hasn't been very good. He just lost the tent pole, right? He just had to run. So make this good. Make it a moment that stands out and shines. It's a moment that the reader should remember long after they've closed the book. All right, so that is what I want from you in these pages. And you may not have them, and you may need to do some rewriting to make sure that you have this shining moment when the hero really digs in his heels and does it. He is a hero. So that means he has hero vocabulary, he has hero dialogue, he has hero internal prose. Nothing should ever be confused between dialogue and internal prose from here as the beginning of Act 2 or even the tent pole. Because remember, he wasn't a hero yet. He was just struggling. He was willing to fight. He was willing to be a grunt, right? Even if he was leading army, he still felt like he was a grunt. He was just doing his duty and his job. And he had a moral obligation. Now he has a soul obligation. Now he is truly committed to the cause, whatever it is, and he is going to see this through. Okay, so that is what these pages are about. It is a ramping up to, we are pivoting. Sometimes we physically move. Sometimes we are traveling during this time to a new location, or we're emotionally traveling to a new emotional location. Whichever it is, that's what you're doing on these pages. Tomorrow will be more of the same, continue ramping up. We always want to ratchet up those tension and conflict and risks and stakes. And we need to have either today or tomorrow, so be thinking about that as you're editing, that heroic moment where the hero is ready to bang this out. He knows he may even die. Harry Potter comes to mind. I'm going to die. The only way to save everyone is to die. That may be an option that is on the table. But he makes that decision. Remember how early he made that decision. He didn't make it right when he went to Voldemort knowing he was going to die. So that's kind of that moment of like, I have to do this. That's what we want, either today or tomorrow. And I will see you then.